spoke to us a couple of months ago regarding those ADA requirements changing from the state level regarding our reporting of minutes and accessibility of presentations and so forth to ensure that everyone in Onondaga County has access. And so we are, during that conversation, have been trying to explore ways to ensure that we are hearing from our community regarding accessibility, not only at the legislature, but across the entire community. And one of the outside boards and commissions that has been inactive since 1999 was called the Council for the Disabled. And we would like to reactivate that committee by a new name, formed by the nomenclature that is used today. There's been a whole lot of significant work done in that realm over the last 20 plus years. And we believe that it's really important for that entity, however, to be able to weigh into accessibility across our county. So I'm coming here to the committees to ask the question, as we re-engage that, accessibility is not a Health and Human Services alone issue or one particular issue. It's an issue for everyone. So when it comes to environmental protection, I just wanted to see if there's anything from the environmental protection hat that we want to make sure we're bearing in mind as we form that committee, and then also just open up to, following this meeting, anyone that you would like to suggest to sit on that committee for that representative voice. We'll open it up from there to you all, to any suggestions you may have from an environmental protection standpoint.
This feels a little more formal with a microphone in my hand. Forgive me, I forget how many years ago it was, but I believe this Sunday is actually the anniversary of the ADA being signed into law. So I think that's good timing for us to take a look at accessibility throughout the county. A lot of facilities fall under the purview of the Environmental Protection Committee. Obviously, that overlaps with facilities. I just wanted to recognize the anniversary. I'll keep thinking over here if anybody else has thoughts.
Okay. So if you have any particular names or suggestions that do come up, you can send them to myself and Legislator Block as we work on this. We're planning to reinitiate the committee at session forthcoming and to appoint people to it the following month.
Do we plan to follow the former makeup of the previous group? Do we have kind of a structure of what we're looking for in terms of that? It's something that would interest me personally as a legislature with the work I do as a physical therapist, but I also have worked with a lot of really stellar therapists over the years that I think would be excited to get involved as well. So just thinking out loud here.
So we are not going to exactly follow the structure because, again, there's been quite a bit of change over the last 20 plus years in that sector. So that's part of what we're looking for. So happy to include you in those conversations and anyone else you think would be helpful to contribute. Great. Thank you very much. I'm just going to flag here that we also have 2 aqua appointments coming up, and to the aqua board. We talked about this the last meeting, and so I'm just going to remind everyone as we're on the discussion of outside boards and commissions. We have one individual who is willing to be considered for this position, so we'll be considering that in Ways and Means. Madeline Nyblade, and we're very excited about her potential participation. So be watching in Ways and Means. If you have any additional individuals that you want to send our way, I just wanted to remind you of that.
Like I said, we had a very short agenda. This is the shortest meeting agenda we've had so far. Lester, no, go ahead.
Before we adjourn, please. Do I need a microphone? This is still an adjustment so far this year in terms of public hearings and exactly how those come about and what that process looks like. If I remember, I think previously the health public hearing as well as the economic development planning committee were both voted on in committee. Will that be the policy going forward Or is it?
Has there been a change? I just want to know what, how that's going to be handled going forward.
Kind of stand here because clerk instructions. So the resolution actually made it possible for the committee chairs to call for those meetings without the vote of a committee. And so they were discussed, but they were not voted on. And so that is how the resolution actually reads. You could ask your committee chair to please do that in the future. You can consider that. But the resolution says they are automatically able to call for 2 before the end of the year.
All right, as I said, we had a very short agenda for the regular meeting. With no additional new business, I would ask for a motion to adjourn. We can take a break and come back at 6 o'clock for the public hearing. Legally, the public hearing is noticed for 6, so we'll have to wait until that 2 p.m. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. We're adjourned until the public hearing at 6. It is 5:41.
Get a book. I don't have any.
Feel free to go check